everybody in person. It is my privilege to talk about truly one of the most tremendous people I've had the privilege of getting to know. Somebody who is a real Renaissance man, who is genuine, and besides all of the phenomenal accomplishments, Coy, that you've had in music in your life, I look at you with people who are near and dear to us, which are early childhood educators and public school teachers and Head Start teachers, and you make them feel so seen and valued and heard and appreciated. And I've had the privilege of hearing Coy address our customers at events around the country. You are so generous with your time and your talent. You are one of the most creative people I have ever come across in my entire life, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for what you've done, what you've brought to early childhood education, the care and passion you bring to everything that you do. It is a privilege to be associated with you, and thank you so much for being here. Everybody, Coy.
Hello. Yeah, come on up, dude. So, I paid them a bunch of money to say all this awesome stuff. It's really interesting. I don't know if you guys know, but I come from a really small town in Georgia called Thomaston, Georgia. And I think I graduated high school with like 100 people or something like that. So to give you an idea, it took me 30 minutes to get to school every day because I lived like in a cow pasture and had to drive into school and whatnot. So like playing the Hollywood Bowl was not supposed to happen in my life. Winning Grammys, making children's books, none of this was supposed to happen. Luckily, I had two really supportive parents and was just dumb enough to believe when they told me you could do anything that you wanted to and you put your mind to it. I was just dumb enough to be like, I think I can do that, and would kind of go for it, And I had a teacher in high school named Mr. Tom Sullivan. In my senior year, he pulled me out of class and asked me what I was going to do when I graduated high school. I was like, dude, what gives? Why are you on top of me about what I'm going to do after high school? I'm going to go to college. I'll figure it out then. And he kind of looked me in the eyes and he said, there's something different about you. You have a lot to offer, and I want you to think about this next phase of your life and take it seriously. And I just remember this like eye-to-eye contact that I never had with anybody other than my dad when he was about to beat me. Which my dad's never laid a hand on me, don't get me wrong, but there's a look in his eyes where you're like, if I say one more word, he might do it, But there was this like, this true kind of, I was feeling seen, I was 17, 18 years old. I had a lot of passion and I had a lot of drive, and the rest of my life kind of awaited me. And here was this guy looking at me through my eyes into my soul and saying, I believe in you. And that was something that I really, to this day, I still wake up every day and I kind of think about it and I live in it in that moment. So I went to my car and I remember looking in the rearview mirror and this part of my brain lit up to where I was like, I think I'm gonna do it, man. I really want to make a difference. I don't really know what it is yet, but I don't really care if I fail. I'm just gonna keep getting back up, and if there's anything that I have to offer, I'm not the smartest guy in the room. I'm definitely not the most talented guy in the room, but I'm definitely the hardest working person. Like, that's what I'll bring to the table. It's like, fast forward, I was lucky enough to be at the right place at the right time and have dedicated my life to music. I went to school and studied music and got a degree. Lucky enough to meet a bunch of really amazing musicians in Atlanta. And then fast forward, started opening up for the Zac Brown Band. And Zac called and said, hey, I want you to open up for us, every show. And I was like, whoa, this is amazing. He's playing in front of like 200 people and I'm playing in front of like 20 people. So this is like the break that I need. And then there was a part of the conversation that I still can't believe that happened. He was like, and while you open up for our band, you should stay on stage, leave your keys on stage and play with us. And I was like, oh God, because I didn't play keyboard, right? So I wrote a bunch of songs on keyboard and dragged a keyboard around with me everywhere I went, because I wanted people to think that I played keyboard. And so I could play Beanie and the Jets like nobody's business. You asked me to play another song and it's like I should be holding a football, right? So I just basically lied to him and said, sure, man, I'll figure it out. And I practiced nonstop for, that's the classic case of like fake it until you make it, basically, And so, I've learned a lot through being in the band, specifically what it's like. I'm an only child, so what it's like to have brothers, and be a part of a bigger mission. Also, I've learned what it's like to be able to give back. And I think that that's kind of why I'm here, in the sense that I never, in my wildest dreams, thought that I would be able to play in front of so many people. I never in my wildest dreams thought that I would be able to, have this voice. I mean, you grow your whole life as a 16-year-old kid who's got a Marshall amp cranked to 10 in the middle of this field when my parents are not at home, going crazy, and in my head I'm like rocking on stage and everything. And then fast forward, it's like actually happening in my head when I'm 16, 17 years old. I'm like, I want to make a difference. I want to write songs that are awesome. I want to affect people in a positive way. I want to be in a really good band, and I want to be friends with everybody in my band. And I want the music and everything that we write to be, kind of positively affecting everybody. And I want us to be a band that, like, if we open up for you, cross your fingers that, you hold a candle to us. And fast forward, like, basically all of this shit came true, So it's just amazing. And the one thing that's been the kind of the most amazing part of it is the journey with the music's been awesome, but having a voice to want to make a difference and choosing to help teachers and kids has been something that's been a blind journey. When I wrote my first children's book like 13 years ago, I had no kids. I had never written a book in my entire life before, and the whole idea was it's probably easier to write a 30-page book than it is a 300-page book. That's where I was coming from, So I wrote a 30-page book for kids. It came out, teachers connected with it, and I've been really just following the signs ever since. And to finally run across an organization like you guys that allows me to have, connectivity with teachers and kids, and to create content and use my creativity and this voice that I have to try to make a difference with kids is something that's really amazing. So to each and every one of you guys here, it's been such a cool part to get to know everybody. And it's been a real dream of mine to be able to, use my imagination and my creativity to create content that's going to affect teachers and kids in a positive way. And I wouldn't be able to do that if it wasn't for you guys. Every single one of you is a part of this machine, and everybody's an important part, no matter what level you're on. So anyway, thank you guys so much for allowing me to come up here and play for you guys. But I thought it was important for you guys to know where I'm coming from and how much I appreciate every single one of you guys and what you do, because you're allowing me to ultimately do what my whole life was about, which is to use my voice to make a difference. Because it is about the music and it is about playing, but it's also, there's a higher level to that calling, which is for me to affect teachers and kids in a positive way, So can I get an amen? Yeah. So without further ado, we're gonna play a couple songs for you. On lead guitar. Okay, so this is a song called Gonna Move. I've been playing this song for a very long time, and if you're interested in kind of research or background of music, there's a guy named Paul Pena who wrote a song called Big Jet Airliner. You guys probably heard Steve Miller's version of that song. Steve Miller did a great job covering that song. The original version by Paul Pena is super groovy and even cooler. he got diagnosed with some kind of eye condition, and it went undiagnosed basically, and he went blind. Then he later on ended up somehow or another got involved in Tuvian throat singing, which is like that's my best imitation of it. And people found out about him because it's a really hard skill to do, and they flew him out to sing with these Buddhist monks. So this guy lives a really, really interesting life. And a long time ago in the 70s, he wrote a song called Gonna Move that I really like playing. So this song is called Gonna Move. House that I had to call my own. Living with a couple folks reached me in theirs. I sat on the money, Lord, it seemed they didn't care. Then we moved to our own place. There I could walk around with a smile on my face. In order to make us stand, I had to pick up my roots. Gone for this land, I'm gonna move away from here. You can find me. Wanna go there? I'm gonna move away from here. You can find me. You wanna go there? Then I joined the college ranks. How to think. Gave me books to read and papers to write, but they didn't know that this boy's come teach me how to think. Gave me books to read and papers to write, but they didn't know that this boy's coming to fight. And I learned after a while that reading those books will make me lose my smile. In order to make us stand, I had to pick up my rules. Gonna put his left, now I'm gonna move away from here. You can't find me if you wanna go there. I'm gonna move, yeah. Find me if you wanna go there. I'm gonna move. Find me if you wanna go there. I'm gonna move, yeah. Say, Lord, you can find me if you wanna go there. All right. Yeah, dude. Safe. So we're gonna be fancy now and play with backing tracks. And this is a song that I've only played one other time. So if we mess up, it's Matt's fault. You're right. Especially this time. Everything's gonna be alright. I wake up in the morning and the sun's shining bright. Everything's gonna be alright. When you're nervous or you're feeling afraid, just remember that it always fades. When you get sad or you get scared, just remember that it's never so bad. When things aren't going just as planned, you take a deep breath and you try it again. Relax and ease my mind. It's just a matter of time. Everything's gonna be alright. I wake up in the morning and the sun's shining bright. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be okay. There might be rain, but it goes away. Everything's gonna be alright. That's for you guys. If you're angry or you're feeling mad, just remember all the joy that you've had. When times get tough, you gotta push on through. 'Cause you're amazing and you know that it's true. Things aren't going just as planned. I take a deep breath and I try it again. I relax and ease my mind. It's just a matter of time. Oh, everything's gonna be alright. I wake up in the morning and the sun's shining bright. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be okay. There might be rain, but it goes away. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Safe. So that's a new one. It's coming out on the children's album that we're gonna release a little later on. So if you're wondering if it's an adult song, kind of. It's more for kids. So if you're an adult and you're like, that's a little... It's meant for somebody younger than you. Okay, if you're feeling frisky and you like to conga line, this song's for you. gets better, then there's change, and it's scattered. All of a sudden it's upside down. Should I smile or should I frown? They say, one foot in front of the other. I say, I'm scared and let's run for cover. Even though I seem so young, I'm a bird with wings. Learning to fly can be the hardest thing. Every little thing you taught me, every lesson I learned. When I'm lost and lonely, I will find a way. I'm coming home. I'm ready for anything. I'm on my own. I'm ready for anything. Oh, 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 we go up and up, down and down. Yes, a big old world, we going round and round. There's good times and bad times, things come and go. Nothing stays the same, don't you know? All of a sudden it's upside down. Should I smile or should I frown? They say, one foot in front of the other. I say, I'm scared and let's run for cover. Even though I seem so young, I'm a bird with wings. Learning to fly can be the hardest thing. Every little thing you taught me, every lesson I learned. When I'm lost and lonely, I will find a way. I'm coming home. I'm ready for anything. I'm on my own. I'm ready for anything. Oh, 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 oh. don't blow our ACLs out. That was awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. I never expected a conga line. I did not expect that. So you guys came up. Everybody who was like, I don't want to be a part of the conga line, don't let me be a part of the conga line. Thanks for hanging in and allowing people to conga line around you. I know I would have been the person who was like, dude, don't conga line these to me. So thank you guys. I love you. I mean it. Excited for anybody who's coming out to the Hollywood Bowl. Make sure when I come out on stage, you scream extra loud. And I look forward to coming back and hanging out with you guys again. So have a great day in this rainy day in Harrison. Get up for Matt on the guitar.
Might be 25,000 people in the Hollywood Bowl Friday night. There might be 15,000 people at Staples for Dolly Parton. There might be 40,000 people at the Country Music Awards next Wednesday, and 7 million people watching on TV. But this was way cooler. This was way cooler, because this, just like Coy, is real. Is real. So Coy, I can't thank you enough. Where are you, Coy? Did you already run off in your tour bus? Your fancy tour bus, probably. Coy, thank you so much for being real. Sue said it beautifully. What you do for our customers and kids, it's real. I've seen it. I live it. And thank you. We are so honored and proud to partner with you, and we are very proud to partner as well with Dominguez Elementary School soon. So you'll be reading more about that. But we got some pretty significant door prizes here we want to give away. Some of them might end up at the Hollywood Bowl Friday night.